Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back. In this video, we will be learning about volumes of pyramids and cones. What is a pyramid? What is a cone? Pyramids, you can easily refer to the Egypt pyramids, the big giant pyramids. As for cones, ice cream is baby's favorite thing, sweet. So ice cream cones. So we need to find the volume of that. That means like how much things can fit into those shapes. So we of course need to know a lot of things. And if we have time, we will also learn a little bit about the curved surface area of cones as well. That means when it is curved, what's the area of it and all those things. So let's not waste too much time and get started. And please get your calculators ready. You will need them. And because for calculation, without calculator, you can do it, but then it takes more time. So please get calculators ready. I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Of course, seconds are not count as quick, but then of course you can count on your own. And then if you're ready, then we will start. So we start with pyramids first. Pyramids, the easy way to understand is that it's in this shape. Now, oops. Okay, let's make it a little smaller and then see if you can understand it. Now, these are all called pyramids. Okay, these are all called pyramids, like this one, the Egypt one, or yeah, these. I'm not sure if those are actually, but then I just need to know what a pyramid is. And the only thing special is that there is a common point on top. We call that common point because everything from the down goes up to this point. So that is called a common point. And you also need to know all the other sides, all the other names of this pyramid. So that when next time I ask you, what is the base, you also need to know. So for this one, it looks like a triangle, but triangle is only on the sides. And if I ask you about the base, then the base will be the things that is hidden at the bottom. So you need to answer me, what shape is this base? It is a rectangle. Most of the time it's rectangle, of course, but this one, do you see here? It's three-sided, so it's a triangle. And this one, it's a five-sided, so it's a pentagon. It can be different things. So base can be anything. And then apart from that, for pyramids, because it's all going to this common point, pointy faces. So the things on the side is what shape is this on the side? Is triangle, right? So we call that triangular lateral face. Lateral means it's not straight and then it's a little steep. Okay, so this whole thing is called triangular lateral face. So this side, this triangle, or even at that side, it's all called triangular lateral face. You need to know the definitions. So even if in exams you're asked, point out the common point, you should draw nicely. Okay, this is the common point. Or maybe you're asked to circle the base, then you circle the base. Or maybe you're asked to shade the triangular lateral face, then you shade it. Okay, you may ask to do anything. And then this common point, you can call it common point directly, or more thing, the better way to call it is vertex. Okay, vertex means the edge, the highest point of a thing. So vertex of this whole pyramid. And then, of course, this is a lateral face, right? Because it's in triangle shape, so we call triangular lateral face. Or else, even if you just call it lateral face, it's fine. Then how about these lines? Do you see lines here? I know that this whole thing is called lateral face. How about the lines? The lines are called slant edge. Edge. Okay, my weird pronunciation. Please don't mind because everyone knows my English is a little too good. Anyways, so those lines are called slant edge. Edge. Okay, I'm doing again wrong. Right? So even if I flip it down, you still need to know which thing is which. This at the bottom is called the base. And then lateral face is the triangular lateral face. Slant edge is the lines. And the vertex is the common point of all the faces. That means everything coming here. And then another thing, what is height? Height is very important in this topic. Height means the distance from the top to the bottom. So these are the heights. Okay, so from the highest point to the lowest point, the distance between that is called the height. Okay, so same goes for this one. Even if it's upside down, you still need to know the height is from the base to the vertex or distance there. Okay, and then next thing, and if you know clearly what your bases are, and then you can name them actually, some only. If it's too many sides, you can't. So for example, if it's just 3 sides, we call that triangular pyramid. Triangular pyramid. Then how about if it's 5 sides? Pentagonal pyramid. Pentagonal pyramid. And how about if it's 6 sides? Hexagonal pyramid. Hexagonal pyramid. How about 8 sides? Octagonal pyramid. Octagonal pyramid. And how about if it's 20 sides? Even I don't know, actually. Of course, there might be names, but then it's hard to remember everything, right? We have such small little brain. So we can just call that 20-sided pyramid. Okay, 20-sided pyramid. So let's get back to the actual thing that we need to do for today, which is finding the volume of a pyramid. Now, how do we find the volume of a pyramid? For that, you need to know the base. You find the area of the base and then times with the height. And because it's a pointy thing, we also times with 1/3. So before we continue, the most common triangle that pyramid that you will have is a base with rectangle. So you need to know how to find the area of rectangle. What is a rectangle? What a damn question, right? This is a rectangle. This is called the upper line, longer one, length, and then width. So area will be length times width. Okay? That's how you find area of a rectangle. Then how about for a pyramid? For all the pyramids, volume will equals to base shape, base area times height. And then don't forget to times with 1/3. Now that 1/3, how do I prove that it's 1/3? Well, there is a proving method. Like you can have containers of a pyramid and also a cube. Cube means the upper side and the bottom side is same, okay? Okay, this is a pyramid. Cube. And the pyramid is what you drew up above. So if the bases are same for both of them, the pyramid and the cube, and then the heights are also the same, then you fill in the water with it, and you will notice this is 3 times of that pyramid. So that's why if you want to find the pyramid volume, you divide by 3. Let's not overthink too much. So just remember, if you want to find volume of pyramid, it will be base shape area times height times 1/3. So your first goal is to find out what's our base. If you know that the base is a rectangle, then you can use rectangle area and then times the height of the pyramid and then times 1/3. So of course, it's so confusing if we don't do questions together. So let's start. So in this question, what do we have? Right pyramid of height, 10. Oh, so we already know the height is 10. And then we know that the base is a rectangle. Nice. So what's the base shape? That's the first question. The base shape is a rectangle. Then how do we find the area for rectangle? Length times width. Length times width. Then you calculate and you should be able to get that as 112 cm squared. For area, the unit will be, it ends with a square. Now, how do we find the volume? Volume will be base shape area times height times 1/3. Our base shape is a rectangle area. We found out it's this. And then we have to times with the height. Height is also given. And also times with 1/3. So volume will be base shape area, 14 times 8. And then we times with height. Height is 10. And then don't forget to divide it by 3. We click the whole thing in calculator and see what do you get. You should get very ugly answer in the front. 373.333. That's correct. But if you want to, you can click ABC and you can write this as your final answer. Because I made these random questions, to be honest, so you might not get very pretty answers. Okay, good. Then let's try next one on your own. Give you some break. Maybe the teachers in class or anyone there around you can help to pause the video, or you can pause on your own and then try to do next question. Pause for like 2 minutes, it's fine, or maybe a little more, and then try to figure out on your own. So similar, very similar actually. So you have your height. Oh, we are already given our base is a rectangle. Rectangle area will be length times width. So if you want to find the volume will be base shape area, base area times height times 1/3. Do we know our base area? We know that the base is a rectangle and the rectangle area will be length times width. So our base area is length times width. And then do we know our height? Yay, we are given with it. So times height. And then don't forget times 1/3. And then click this whole thing in calculator. Of course, you will notice how lazy I am that I just changed one of the numbers, cm cube. If the question asks you about area, you write cm square. If the question asks you about volume, you write cube. And if you don't write the unit, and it's not even given in the exam, you lose a mark. You lose a mark. You lose a mark. Okay? Very easy, right? If the video is resumed, of course, you can check the answers. So, again, pause the video. Try to do on your own first. Give you 2 minutes again. 2 minutes passed. Assume it's passed. Of course, I'm not gonna stop talking here. I've never stopped doing that. And then again, you need to find the volume of a pyramid. Volume of a pyramid. Now, of course, I'm getting lazy already, right? So whenever I'm lazy, what do? I copy paste. So volume is base area times height times 1/3. What's our base? Base is a rectangle. I'm just doing this for your muscle memories, okay, guys? So do whatever you can. Okay, let me pause the video for a while. Okay, so I'm not sure because of some connection problem that you guys have heard about this one or not. So let's do a very, very, very quick revision on it. So since in this question you had a base already, and then you also know the base shape is a rectangle, so you find the rectangle area. And then to find the volume, we need base shape area times height times 1/3. And then the height here is 15, so replace by 15, and then times 1/3, and then click the whole thing in calculator, you should get this. And then for volume, we put cm cube. And for area, we put cm square. So very quickly, can you do question 3 on your own? To find volume, you need base shape area times height times 1/3. Now, first of all, what shape is our base? Our base is a rectangle there. Now, how do we find the area of rectangle? Area of rectangle is length times width. And then do we know our height? Of course. It's just for your muscle memory. So yes. And then times 1/3. And click the whole thing in calculator. You should be able to get your answer as 840 cm cube. Don't forget cube. Oh, by the way, if the question gave you m, you write m cube. Don't write cm if the question gives you m. So follow whatever the question is. And if there's a volume you'd have to find, you give us cube on top. And if I'm too quick, please pause the video and do things slowly. It's fine. Okay, next one. volume will be, do I still have that? Well, oops. No, because the sharing suddenly stopped. The connection was having a problem. So I paused the videos. So all the volume, if it's up to you, if you want to write this every time or not. Okay, you write them. We just have few more questions for pyramid and then we go to cone. I just need you to understand the basic concept from this video. So base shape here is a rectangle. Rectangle area is 18 times 8. Then the height is 21. And then we times with 1/3 in the end. So you click calculator, 18 times 8 times 7. Why am I using 7? Because 21/3 is 7. 21 divided by 3, 7. Okay, I'm not waiting too much, right? Because these are easy questions you can do on your own. Once you understand one of the question, the rest are just for muscle memories. So pause the video each time. If I'm too quick, ask people around you to help you. So what's the base shape? Of course, it's a rectangle again. Miss is just wanting you guys to be very sure. And then rectangle area is length times width. And the height given is 24. And times 1/3. 24 divided by 3, what do you get there? 24 divided by 3, we get 8. And then you can replace that actually. Where do I mean that? I mean this part, 24/3. They can be simplified. And this becomes 8. So that's more easier to click calculator. In calculator, you will just need to click 15 times 18 times 8 because this is already simplified. And you get this. Wow, Miss, so smart of you. Next, volume will be base area times height times 1/3. What's our base shape here? Our base shape here is a rectangle. Rectangle area is length times width. What's our height? Height is 27. And don't forget to times with 1/3. 27 divided by 3. What do you get there? You get 9. So 6 times 9 times 9, we get 486 cm cube. Of course, I am getting more quicker because we are almost adults, right? I mean, you guys are. If it's in Form 3, you are like 14, 15, 16 years old. 13, 14, 15, 16, these few ages. So it's not far away from being an adult. So your brain is pretty settled already. Okay, so that's for the pyramid. Now, pyramid, the bases are usually with pointy figures. And there's another shape that we call cone, which is like this, ice cream cone. The birthday has happy birthday to. Who's the recent person in our class in Form 3? I can't say things here. You can tell me in comment section down below. There's a lot of people who have birthdays recently, and then I can't even mention you guys' name. Or shall I mention? No, because the video will be public, so I can't. So, circular cone is basically something that has a curved surface, and then the base is circular cone, so circular base. Now, what is a circle? Round shape, okay? So that's the only difference between the pyramid and cone, that this has circular and that is non-circular. Opposites are actually similar. Again, your volume will still be base shape area times height times 1/3. Just be careful. This time your base is a circle. Then can we know how to find the area of a circle? Do you know how to find area of a circle? Nope. Then you find that first. Area of a circle is basically pi r squared. Now, what is pi r squared, right? You can click that in calculator, but usually the question will ask you not to click. So area of circle is pi r squared. Then how do you find volume of a cone? Base shape area times height times 1/3. 1/3 as well because there's a pointy face. Now this time our bases are circle. Circle area is pi r squared times height times 1 over 3. 4 times, you can use dot sign, you can use multiply sign or anything. So, of course, let's not waste too much time and then try to do the question. So, in this cone, volume is always, no matter what's the shape actually, base shape area times height, but because there's a pointy face on top, if it's a pointy face, you times 1 over 3. If there's no pointy, what do you mean by no pointy? The base is a circle, the upper is a circle. The cylinder, it's what's similar to this cone. They both have base as circles. Their heights can be same. If it's a pointy, you divide by 3. The capacity that you can fill into it is 1/3 of it. Okay? And then what our base now? Base is a circle. Circle area is pi r square. Do we know the r of the circle? R means radius. Luckily, you're given. So replace that. Pi r square times height times 1 over 3, right? So radius is 3 now. Do we know our height? Yes. And then times 1 over 3. So what does this 3 square here means? 3 square means 3 times 3, which is 9. So you have 9. Click all the numbers together, but don't click pi in calculator because in the end, you need the answers to have pi. So just click 9 times 12 divided by 3. Because this is down, so it means divide. So you get 36 pi. Don't forget to write the pi, cm cube. Cube because it's a volume. So remember, click the numbers, 36. And therefore, don't forget the pi. Just write it there. In the end with units, cm cube. All right, next. Our base shape is a circle. Circle area is pi r square times height times 1 over 3. Do we know the radius? Yes, we know it's 5. Do we know the height? Yes, we know it's 15 times 1 over 3. The 5 squared means 5 times 5, so 25 times 15 times 1 over 3, or you calculate divided by 3 is also fine. You get the answer as 125 pi cm cube. If I'm too quick, please pause the video and then try to digest first and then ask the students around you as well or your friends whether they understand or not. So what's the base here again? Because it's a cone, the base is a circle. What's the area of circle? Area of circle is pi r squared times. And then to find the volume, we times with height, and because it's a pointy face, so you have 1 over 3. So pi, radius is 6 this time. Height is 18 times 1 over 3. And you get your answer as 216 pi cm cube. This can be simplified if you want to. Of course, it's up to you if you want to or not. Next. Let me just put it for all of them because it's the same thing actually. You don't have to show me too many steps in exams. You need to show me steps for exams. I mean, for any school, because this consists of a lot of marks. So please don't forget to show steps. Base is a circle. Circle area is pi r squared times height times 1 over 3. Do we know our r? Yes, we know it's 7. Do we know our height? Yes, we know it's 21. And you click the whole thing together and you should be able to get 343 pi cm cube. Don't forget to have pi because the question needs you to be in terms of pi. That means your answer have to have pi. What's our base now? Base is a circle. Circle area is pi r squared times height times 1 over 3. Radius is 8. Height is 24. And I click the whole thing in calculator. You should be able to get that as 512 pi cm cube. It's easier now, right? Hopefully. Base area pi r squared times height times 1/3. Radius is 2. Height is 27. And then what do you get? Okay. Very, very easy, right? And the next thing that you have to learn is the surface areas. That means when you see a ice cream cone, you will see that there's this part, oops, where this part is curved all. Even the downside is curved actually. Then we now want to find the area of that. How can we do that? Any idea? Of course, there is formula for that as well. So I can directly skip things for you. The explanations, we can do it later in some other videos or some other class. So remember this thing. Curved surface area of a cone is pi r L. What is L? I know that the radius is the radius, r is radius. L means the slant height. Okay, this part here. So how about if the question asks you total surface area? Total surface area means whatever shape that you see, find the area of it. This curved part, we know it's pi r L. But do you see that there's a circle downstairs as well? Yes, so that is the circle area, pi r squared. So if you want to find the total surface area, it will be this curved plus this circle. This curved plus this circle. Okay, so you can remember this as well. It will be useful for your exams. Of course, practice makes perfect. We do question, then we will know it. So, curved surface area of a cone is pi r L. L is the slant height, R is the radius. And because next few questions are asking the same thing, so let me just write, copy, paste first, because I'm a very lazy person, right? Okay, continue. The curved surface area is pi r L. Remember to write on top for your own revision. So do we know our pi? Pi is pi. Do we know our r radius? Do we know our slant height? 8. So it will be 2 times 8, 16 pi cm squared because we need to find area. Okay, it's my mistake that I forgot to write in terms of pi, but of course, most of the time it's in terms of the pi. So please add it on your own. Add the word in terms of pi. In terms of pi. So that you don't have to click pi in calculator. So next as well, curved surface area will be pi r L. Pi is pi. Do we know r? Do we know L? R is the radius. Radius is given there, which is 12. L means the slant height. Slant height is given, which is 7. So 12 times 7, 84 pi cm square. I know I speak too fast, so you will have to pause the video each time. Okay, pi was the radius, was the slant height. Radius is 14, slant height is 5. And then 14 times 5 is cm squared. Okay, find the radius, find the slant height. So again, curved surface area is pi r L. R refers to radius, which is 15. Slant height is 4. So 60 pi cm squared. Continue. Pi r L. 48 pi cm squared. And then the last question as well for this video, pi r L. R is radius, which is 7. L is slant height, which is 12. Did we not do the same thing before? We did, right? 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 Yeah, just a little bit opposite, or else it was same actually. Okay, so in this lesson, what have you learned? Three things. Basically two things. Volume is base shape area, no matter what the base is actually, times height. And then if it's pointy on top, then same thing, but we have 1/3 in the end. Then another thing that you learn is the curved surface area of cone, ice cream cone, which is IRL. Don't get confused. If the question asks you about volume, you use these. But if the question asks you for curved surface area, you use pi RL, okay? So that's it for this video. If you have any question, you can ask your teachers or you can ask me in the comment section down below. For next lesson, it's also fun. So if no question, until next time, see you. Tata, bye-bye. Allah Hafiz. And hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. It was a little boring, but then, and lengthy actually. You had to learn a lot of things. But I hope you have remembered some parts, and then the rest we will do it later in next upcoming videos or in class. So, Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz means God bless you, kind of like God protects you, like that. So, Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.